I'm proud of you. You have no idea. You are truly a blessing, and it was well overdue. They almost got me mad. I started to boycott them, but they did what they were supposed to do. Now I just need you to do one thing. I need you to draft those Sanders boys next year. Where they at? That's all I need.
I see the ice.
This is your style. This is your house.
Savage Sports fan, please like, share, subscribe. We're still a new channel. New subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Drop a comment, share a video, hit the bell notification. Let's get right into it. Listen, I told you, you heard the video. I told you about a month ago. I said, listen, Shedeur Sanders is going to be on the Raiders, and Justin Fields and him might be battling for like a quarterback position who's going to be number one. I put a video out like that. Here we are. The season's over with. Here we go. Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders, was at a Las Vegas Raiders event with the coach of the Raiders, which is the great Antonio Pierce. Used to play for the New York Giants. He was the coach, assistant coach over at ASU with Herm Edwards when Herm Edwards was terminated. He is now the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. And what did Coach Prime say? I appreciate you for having us here, but I need you to do me one favor. I need you to draft those Sanders boys for the Las Vegas Raiders. Why would Coach Prime say that? Why would he say that? I don't know what the NFL trust issues. I don't know. The Raiders cannot comment on upcoming draft picks, things of that nature. They'll get fined. They'll get draft picks. I know they can't make any comments. That's against the NFL rules, from my understanding. College coaches can say whatever they want to say, but NFL coaches and NFL teams cannot make any comments of that nature. I do know that. They will be fined. They will lose draft picks. That kind of messes up the whole drama of the NFL show of who's going to be drafted, If an NFL team makes a comment and say, yeah, we're going to draft this person, that kind of mess up the hype for the NFL. I kind of understand that. Nevertheless, I also told you, what did Deion Sanders say? Those Sanders boys. Meaning Shilo Sanders is going to be drafted just on the strength that he's Deion Sanders' son. He may not be the top defensive player, but he'll get a look. He'll get on a team and he'll have to earn his spot. But he will be drafted somewhere, even if it's late in the first or in the second or third. He's going to be on somebody's team. So make no mistake about it. Deion is going to be heavily trying to figure out and influence where his younger son. He knows Shedeur is big time. First round, he's going to go first, second, third, something like that. He's going to have no issues. Even if he has a terrible bowl performance or player performance, he'll still be a top whatever pick. It's Shilo Sanders is who you got to kind of worry about what team is going to pick him up. But he's Deion's son. And, they're going to look out for the Sanders family. Nevertheless, Savage Sports fan was correct again. Drop that comment. What do you feel about this? Is Deion out of pocket with this? He's just coming right on out with it. I would like to see my sons with Las Vegas on the West Coast, because from Colorado down to Vegas, that's like an hour flight, hour and a half or something like that. Deion got a private jet. It might be 35, 40 minutes. He can just leave that game and then come see his son play. And then think about it. You looking at the Raiders are in the same division as Denver, so that means they'll be able to come see their son play against the Broncos once a year. They can just ride on up the street and see him play in a professional football game. So, staying on the West Coast versus, remember a few weeks ago, the Giants came by Colorado once they released Daniel Jones. They took a trip out to Colorado. I believe it was the Giants GM or somebody associated with the Giants, and they got a look at the practices. So I don't know if that was supposed to be leaked, but it was a video out there of the Giants or somebody associated with the Giants. So this is kind of a shot at them saying, I really don't want to see my son playing in the Giants. I think the Giants going to have one of the top picks, but I think Coach Prime has made it very clear he wants his son to go a place with direction. That don't sound like the New York Giants. So don't be shocked. The Raiders, where Tom Brady is a minority owner, and Shedeur Sanders is signed to TB12's label. So this is all lining up to the Raiders. They might have to tank these last few games. And I don't know what that does for Antonio Pierce, because it looks like he might be fired. So if he's fired, this is kind of crazy now. This puts it in a position whereas if Antonio Pierce is fired, you know, who's the next head coach? And would that influence Deion Sanders saying, well, hey, I thought Pierce was going to be the head coach here, and I thought they were going to have a certain direction. Now you bring in a new head coach. If it's Belichick, great. If it's not Belichick, I don't know. Maybe Coach Prime might say, hey, I don't mind flying out to the Big Apple. I don't mind flying out to Miami, because Miami going to have a top pick also. And, you know, that's where they're from, born and raised. They Florida boys. So, and then they ain't got them taxes out there also. You know, Florida ain't got them taxes. I thought I'd throw that out there. Not saying they got issues, but, you know, we just have to lay that out. That, you know, you out there in the tax-free state of Florida. State tax, that is. So, I don't know. It's, you know, drop that comment. What do you think about, what do you think would be a good fit for Shedeur? Well, I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what people will say. What is a good fit for him? But the video is the video. We'll leave it up. I mean, the video is the video. I thought I would let you see it. And then, you know what? As soon as Deion said, you know, those Sanders boys, they stood up. They stood up so people can see, yeah, I'm going to be with the Raiders. The Raiders got issues, though. They need a makeover. You know, I shot a practice with them early this year. I never posted it. Maybe I should post all the behind the scenes of the Raiders. I think Shedeur Sanders was at that game. But yeah, I got the behind the scenes. Shedeur Sanders was at a Raiders game. I'm not supposed to say that, but he was at a Raiders game. I do have footage of the Raiders. Maybe I will post it as we get closer to, you know, all that draft stuff. But yes, and I might have to go back down to the stadium. So I'll be able to get all type of behind the scenes of the Raiders. If you haven't seen that beautiful stadium, that beautiful store, that facility is top notch. To see Shilo Sanders running up out of there, that'd be crazy. But I don't know. I just think, I mean, I'm not Shilo, but Shilo or Shilo. But I've already said Shedeur is going to be James Bond of the NFL. So my thing is, James Bond kind of fits in New York. I don't know about, you know, Sin City like that, you know. But I think, you know, James Bond, Shedeur would be a big deal in New York. He'd be a big deal anywhere in the NFL. But I think that he just got more of a, you know, if you're going to take over America, that's going to be done through New York. I don't know if that'll be done through, you know, Las Vegas. You know, that's just my 2 cents. Nevertheless, I just thought I'd drop this breaking news. The father in Deion is looking out for his sons again. And, what do you think about Deion running from his ex-wife the other day? I didn't say anything about it. I didn't post it. There's a video out there, you know, on senior day when all the seniors were walking. Deion was walking with his sons, and then his ex-wife came over and he ran away from there. I don't know if he got a restraining order. I don't know if he just can't stand her. I don't know if he don't want to be in the same photo op with her. You know, that divorce was on the ugly side. I do remember watching Deion sitting on Good Morning America filling out a restraining order against his ex-wife. I don't want to bring that up, but you can Google, you can see for yourself. So I don't know, within that restraining order, they cannot be within X amount of feet of each other, or it'll be some type of go to the judge and lose custody. I'm not sure. That's how restraining orders usually work. As soon as somebody violates the restraining order, then the other party, the other side, gets to come back to court and request new things. So I don't know why they would allow her to do that, but she is a mom and it is what it is. But if it was me, I would handle it totally different. But what do you think about Deion putting his track shoes on and running from his ex-wife? That video is crazy. Anyway, nevertheless, new subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Do you think Shedeur would be a good fit over with the Raiders? And I don't think, it doesn't matter who the head coach, well, it does matter who the head coach is. We see what's going on in Chicago. The head coach does matter. my Chicago Bears have a #1 draft pick of a quarterback, and we did not have the right head coach. I'm just putting that out there. The Raiders might be in the same situation. What happens if the Raiders, they draft Shedeur, you keep Antonio Pierce, they don't have the first year record or the success in the first year like they anticipated, they fire Antonio Pierce within the first year of Shedeur's rookie campaign, and they have to start all over and scramble for a new head coach. They're in the same boat as the Chicago Bears. I've always said the Raiders remind me of the Chicago Bears on the West Coast. So Deion has to look at that. The Bears had the #1 pick, Caleb Williams. The first year, right now, we're 4-8. And we fired the coach, and now you need a new coach, but Caleb Williams is still in the rookie year. And Shedeur can possibly be in the same situation with the Raiders. And Coach Prime said something about that this year in the locker room when he talked about Caleb Williams, making sure he has the right support. He did not throw the Bears under the bus, but he alluded to if those coaches may not even be around. This was weeks ago before anybody got fired. So I guess Deion is very much aware of every NFL team situation. So he saw this happen to Caleb Williams 1 year later. Does he want the same thing to happen for his son? I think not. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Nevertheless, this is Savage Sports Fan. Please like, share, subscribe, drop that comment, share a video, hit the bell notification. New subscribers, thank you for the love and support. Drop a comment. What do you think about the video of primetime Deion Sanders saying, please draft my sons? I'm curious to see what you think. And then until next time, I'm out.